Welcome to practice, everybody. Today we're going to be doing another breathing practice. This is called three-part breath, and it's one of the first ones you learn in yoga. So again, you can come and sit in Virasana. So I'm sitting on a smaller bolster today. Okay. You can roll up a blanket and sit on that. You can sit with your legs crossed, or you can lie down on your back, bend your knees, so just bring the knees in together to support your spine. Just make sure you've got something under your head. So my feet are wide and my knees are just dropping in. And my hands are just down on the abdomen. If you want to sit with your legs crossed, I tend to sit with my hips in a sort of more parallel position these days. As we get older, the hips get a lot tighter. It's not like being in your teens or in your 20s when you can sit with your legs crossed when we get into these perimenopausal, menopausal, postmenopausal years. So, but if you do like sitting with your legs crossed, maybe prop yourself up on a bolster or a blanket. And if your feet find they get a little bit uncomfortable with the pressure by having your legs crossed, what I tend to do, which is quite nice, and I tell my students to do this in class, is to sort of wrap the blanket around your feet, and it sort of binds them up and it makes them feel really supported, and then you haven't got that pressure of the floor. So this really helps. You do need to have your spine in neutral and not sort of collapse down. Okay, this is important. So if you're sitting like this, you really need to try and get into a different position. Okay. So, despite how you see yoga and you see people sitting with their legs crossed all the time, you really don't have to sit like that at all. You need to be comfortable. You don't want to be distracted by discomfort from sort of pressure of sort of knobbly joints pushing onto the ground. Okay. So just coming into your chosen position. Settle in. Make sure you're not going to be disturbed for the next 10 minutes. And just start to close your eyes. And just allow the body to settle. Okay, so it takes a while, so be patient. It's not easy for the body to relax. It really is a skill. And the more yoga you practice, the more your body will be familiar with going through these stages of starting to calm down and relax and quieten. So you're just bringing your gaze inward, bringing everything into your inner landscape, just removing yourself from the external distractions of the day. And just notice how your breathing is without changing anything. What's the quality of the breath, the pace? Where is the body moving? And how are you feeling generally? Have you got different sensations in the body today? Any aches and pains? How are your energy levels? And emotionally, how are you feeling? So do you feel anxious? Can you feel these things in the body? Tuning into that lovely, gentle movement that the breath delivers, that lulling, rocking sensation, which helps you to just naturally relax. It's there all the time. Feel the inhale, feel the exhale. Feel the difference between the two. Remember your inhale, you're bringing in oxygen, so it's a very energizing sensation. because your nutrients are coming in. Then as you breathe out, the body's getting rid of everything it doesn't need, waste and tension. So you should feel as you breathe out that lovely feeling of release. And it's there for you to access all the time. And remember, stress is a huge contributor to making our menopause symptoms worse, just get exaggerated. So if you can remove the stress through your yoga practice, breathing, through your asana, that's your physical practice, yoga nidra, things don't feel as bad because we have got emotional links to symptoms which are caused through stress. Okay, so we're just going to start this little practice. You're going to bring your hands onto your abdomen, and I want you to take your awareness all the way down into the belly and just feel the tummy rise on your inhale and then settle back down on your exhale. It rises on the inhale and then it settles back down on the exhale. And you can count as you breathe in and count as you breathe out. You might find your inhale is longer than the exhale, or the other way round. There's no right or wrong answer. Inhaling, belly rises. Exhaling, belly falls. Just stay here for 1 minute. You might start to increase your inhale and extend the exhale if you want to. So this is the first lobe of the lung, and we take in about 40% of oxygen into this area. And belly breathing is really good for helping you to relax and to settle down. Helps relieve anxiety and stress. You can feel the gentle rocking of the pelvis when you tune into this part of the breath. So we're going to move now up to the second lobe of the lung, and you're going to cup your hands around your rib cage, the thumbs around the back. And now we're going to breathe into the whole of the rib cage, the front, the back, the side of the ribs. Try and keep your shoulders down as you really open up the ribs. You might find one side of your rib cage feels more open or stronger than the other. That's normal. The muscles will have developed differently in between your intercostals. So notice as you breathe into the ribs, your tummy actually draws in and up rather than pushes out. So relax the tummy. Don't try and push it anywhere. Now into this area, we take in 65% of oxygen. So it's a bigger area. We tend not to breathe very well into this area. We've developed pretty bad habits as human adults. So notice how it feels. Does it feel a little bit alien to you? As you breathe out, you really contract the ribs in. Get rid of all the air. Don't leave anything within. And that creates all the space for your inhale to come in. Big space. Remember, at any time, if you don't feel very comfortable, just come back to normal breathing. And then we're going to move up to the third lobe of the lung, which is the chest. Bring your fingertips onto the collarbones and just relax your hands down. And I just want you to breathe into the chest area. Just the chest. Try not to breathe into anywhere else. Might not feel very comfortable. We're only taking in 25% of oxygen into this area. And we do breathe into this area a lot as we go about our day. We can survive just breathing into the chest. It's not very efficient. But if you think about it, it doesn't feel very comfortable. It could, make you feel quite panicked. But we can survive here. But we're not breathing out properly and we're not breathing in properly. 25% of oxygen. So bring one hand back onto the tummy, keep one on the chest. We're just going to breathe into these three areas. Breathe into the belly to start with. Moving up through your inhale, the rib cage expands. And then the chest rises, top of the inhale, little pause. And then we breathe out. The chest falls, the rib cage moves in, and then you just draw the tummy back. Go right to the end of your inhale, little pause at the end. And then turning around, inhaling, tummy rises, rib cage expands. Chest rises, top of the inhale, little pause. And then do the reverse as you breathe out. Chest falls, rib cage moves in. And then you draw the tummy back at the end to get rid of all the air. And just carrying on in your own time for about 2 minutes. Good. Just do 2 more rounds. And coming back to normal breathing. Open your eyes and just notice how you feel. So that's called the 3-part breath, the Dirga breathing, Dirga breath. I hope you enjoyed it. You can use it for so many things. It's a lovely one to help you drop off to sleep, or if you wake up in the night, just generally to just calm everything down, which is what the pranayama is for in our menopause yoga practice. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you on the mat soon. Have a lovely day.